Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to Fallout 4's Survival Mode. This is in some ways, to me, more exciting than pretty much all of the DLC that we've had announced so far. Because I always had a bit of a fondness for Fallout New Vegas' hardcore mode, but I always felt it didn't go far enough. It wasn't brutal enough. It was too easy just to kind of get around, just adding in some food and drink and sleep into your routine. And in fact, if anything, it just made the game slightly more annoying because it was too easy. But oh, Fallout 4 Survival Mode sounds utterly bloody brutal. And as I've been playing the old Survival Mode recently with my melee character, and now that I've got that character up into the levels 20s and 30s, and I've got good power armor, and I've got blitz, and I'm melee, things were starting to feel just a little bit too easy even on the old Survival Mode. So I am thrilled, utterly thrilled to have the new Survival Mode here. Let's dive straight in. Brand new character, brand new playthrough. Obviously, you know, it would be very unfair to take an old character into Survival Mode because you'd already have loads of bases set up and loads of equipment and stuff. I will go through all the changes as we go along, but blimey is it harsh, and I love it. Yep, war doesn't do a thing, whatever, let's go. So say hello to our character who's going to be taking us through Survival Mode. That's right, we're playing as a male character for once. I actually want to hear the bloody male voice actor just on this one occasion. And this here is our survivalist expert. His name is Grills. Grills Bears. And let me tell you, this man is ready to survive in the wilderness. He has watched a lot of survival TV shows, mainly just Bear Grylls, actually. He just really likes Bear Grylls the Island, alright?
Grognak the Barbarian in the Jungle of the Bat Babies. My favorite.
Ah, you see, the lines are ever so slightly different already, which is quite good. I do quite like just occasionally listening to the male versus female voices, because it can really change the performance quite a lot. Genuinely, I'm curious to hear how the male voice actor deals with some of the lines, because it makes such a huge difference. Like, I love Femme Shep in Mass Effect. I always play as female shepherd. I think Jennifer Hale does a fantastic job as female shepherd. But just occasionally I like playing as male shepherd, because there's just the odd line which the male shepherd absolutely nails, which I don't think the female shepherd is quite as good at. Like right at the end of Citadel DLC, which pretty much therefore is the ending of the entire franchise. And you've got that final line where whichever your main love interest was says to you, it's been a hell of a run. And Shepard replies, the best. Oh, the female shepherd does a good job of that, but the male shepherd, it's absolutely bloody exceptional. So very curious to hear how the male voice actor deals with some of this, and also very keen to play as a rugged, rough and tough survivalist. This character is ready to survive in a real wasteland. He is practiced. He has camped out in this backyard on 3 separate occasions, and on 2 of those occasions he didn't even come in to use the bathroom at any point during the night. He's ready. We're ready. Bring it on. Bring it on, survival.
No, I can't wait for the world to end.
Ah, the sarcastic lines are actually different. The sarcastic lines are different. The female character responds, total atomic annihilation. Sign me up. The male character, yeah, that's a different line. That's really cool. And there he is, Grills Bears himself. Now, there was a separate character build video that I did actually put out earlier today, because I didn't want to kind of slow down this video discussing my kind of thinking and rationale. What I'm putting up now is, however, what I think to be pretty much the best, strongest build. It works for any difficulty, but it's particularly well tailored for the survival difficulty. Just to give you an extremely brief paraphrase, strength I am worried about in terms of carry capacity, but I'm willing to make sacrifices there to be strong enough to survive elsewhere. Perception is mainly at that level so I can have access to demolitions experts. I think that's incredibly powerful. Endurance, again, I'm making sacrifices here. My character is going to be a glass cannon. I'm not going to be able to tank very effectively. Charisma is just high enough that when I get the bobblehead, I'll be able to take Lone Wanderer, which is very, very powerful indeed. Intelligence pretty much exists, so once the bobblehead's been acquired, I can go down the science route, because that's important for a lot of weapon and armor crafting. Agility, most important stat in the game. Obviously want access to Ninja, and I want access to the very highest agility perks as well, ultimately. And luck is very, very powerful, and I will be investing a little further in that as time goes on. But that there is Grills Bears. That's how we survive. Bloody Bethesda didn't even record Grills Bears as an option for the name. I can't believe it. That's the first time that flipping Codsworth hasn't been able to say my name. Once I set up a character called Aria, just because I used to have a Skyrim file called Aria, so that's just one of my practice files. And he had it. He said Aria. I was amazed.
Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
It's a good idea. We could hunt squirrels. They're tasty.
Will it be like that night in the park a year ago?
Sir? Mum?
Now, I'm actually kind of glad that that sarcastic option is there, because that really sort of answers the other half of her sarcastic response, which is, if the male character suggests going to the park, the female character says she doesn't want to end up pregnant again, and now the male character is confirmed, will it be like that night a year ago, and Sean's a few months old? Well, I think we can now confirm that whatever park it is, that the sex that occurred in that park, that was indeed how Sean was conceived. Confirmed through having played as both characters. Lovely. Also, there's, you know, an atomic apocalypse going on, but I was more concerned with the sex life of the protagonist there. And on we go to the vault. Huzzah. Obviously, my Agility 8 character has plenty of action points, can sprint for absolutely bloody ages. Indeed, I've left my wife and baby quite a long way behind, in fact. Screw it, I need to survive. And down into the vault we go. Here we are. Lovely. Of course, it becomes a very big plot point later that it's really, really important that, you know, Sean and us were not in any way tainted by radiation. I feel like that was pretty bloody close to a nuclear shockwave. This is the moment when Grills is probably feeling incredibly disappointed in life. The apocalypse has finally come, and what is it? It's a bloody apocalypse in a vault? Underground, in a rigid, organised society with an overseer? No, this wasn't the apocalypse I wanted at all. You know, I had no idea until today that her default name was Nora. Is that a common name in America? It's very uncommon in Britain.
At least we still have the backup.
No, you don't. That line makes sense when it's a female, because in theory, if you needed her to produce another child, you could very easily just artificially inseminate her with some form of sperm that you created in a laboratory so that it was entirely radiation-free. But a bloke? How are you going to get a baby out of a bloke? Alright, and here we are in the thing. Got the wedding ring, just in case we need that for anything. Probably won't. Let's be on our way. Well, first, let's find out if enemies have got ridiculously harder. Well, actually, they shouldn't have done. Hello, Rad Roach. Let's just grab this here. So, let's start going over the changes that have been made in survival mode. One, unlike something like, say, Skyrim Legendary mode, enemies haven't just got harder. What's actually happened instead is enemies have got actually a little bit weaker, or rather, you've got stronger, but so have the enemies. Everyone's become a bit more of a glass cannon. You hit harder, so do enemies. All fights end a little bit quicker. That means you take more damage and you deal more damage. So that means, well, let's see how tough a flipping Radroach is. I mean, I know I can, I know, for example, that I can take out a Radroach in a single hit. Let's find out what's actually going to happen with this Radroach fight. Hello, you're not even interested in attacking me, are you? Well, that's fine then. Single hit should really kill a Radroach. That was a sneak attack. He didn't even see me. So yes, obviously gather up all of the meat. We're in survival mode. Food, water, etc. Wait, what? Oh, that's not the way I was meaning to go. I meant to go this way. Clear out this room first. Yes, food, water, all of that matters an awful lot. Also, you may as well just kind of grab literally everything out of this, out of the vault. I'm pretty sure you can easily carry it all with you. Now, next big change other than the damage and the food and the drink. Saving is gone. Saving is entirely gone. You can now only save by sleeping, which is, yeah, a little bit difficult and unfortunate. Other than that, yeah, there's no saving whatsoever. So be really, really careful. Now that makes things very, very interesting. But sink, fill a bottle. Now this I didn't know about. This is brand new. I've read the kind of the patch notes they released with this, but this is kind of interesting. So beer bottle removed, purified water. Ooh, that's useful. Keep filling up those bottles. So if you've got an empty bottle, like any empty bottle, and you can find those all over, empty Nuka bottles or empty kind of beer bottles or anything, if you want to, you can take those bottles and convert them into purified water. Now that's actually a good money spinner. Purified water's bloody valuable. Now I'm guessing you can also fill water supplies from like just groundwater, but then it becomes dirty water, not purified. Also, obviously, go to the recreation terminal and grab the red Menace Holotape, which I will never play and no one will ever play. I just always grab all the tapes because I feel like I ought to have them, but then I never actually use them for anything. Get the coffee cup, good source of ceramic down the line, may as well completely clear out the vault. Now, round the outside, that Radroach obviously dies, and then we got a couple more Radroaches coming up. We'll probably take a couple of Radroach bites coming up on the big corridor, who knows. So we've got, yep, you there, you're going to die. Hello, let's just build up my critical. Criticals, you can see it building up a little bit faster. That's why I went for luck 5, very, very important. And then, oh, I've got too used to blitz. I go into, when I'm using a melee weapon, that was way too far away to be trying to use that. I'm too used to having blitz in my no guns run. But blitz I will not have access to for quite a while, if at all. Now, just take out if we can. There you are, you're going to go down, and let's see how much damage you do. Oh, what the bloody hell? That was a single attack from a Radroach. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got bitten once by a radroach, and that's just what happened to my health. That's crazy. Radroaches used to be way more flimsy than that. Okay. Everything in the world is now dangerous and terrifying. Good! I'm glad everything in the world is dangerous and terrifying. Grab the stim packs. Grab the gun and plenty of ammo for it as well. Crack open the door with this thing. Now, definitely go for guns on this occasion, given everything is dangerous. Now, big change number 2. Ooh, loads of ammo. I'd forgotten that was there. I'm glad I remembered this was here. Was this always here? Didn't remember this there being a second 10mm there. So, a big important change. You may recall that in the previous versions of Fallout 4, obviously enemies do not appear on your compass until you go into caution. Then they do. That's changed. So now, even when you're in caution and danger... So I've killed that guy, but... Ooh, still not in caution or danger somehow. And then... you'll notice I'm in caution right now. No compass markers. No pips. Not there. So, yeah, that's, they've gone. Unless you've got a recon scope, enemies do not appear on your compass at all. That is terrifying. I think that's probably... We've now got enough enemies to handle these with the security baton. And George... Oh, you do such a ridiculous amount of damage. Right. VATS defense is now really, really, really important. Because VATS defense will stop you taking damage. VATS defense, obviously, if you're in VAT, time slows a bit. And if you take damage, it's much, much reduced. Even radroaches just did that much to me. Bloody hell, I'm not looking forward to bloat flies. You don't really introduce sneak attacks at this point in the game. I got a sneak attack accidentally against the very first enemy. Sneak attack 3 times damage, of course, because it's a melee thing, which is very, very welcome. And remember that there is going to be a radroach crawling out from under here. There he is. Get him quickly. Beautiful, he goes down. So enemies are dying in one hit, but they're doing way more damage. That's so much more damage. Hang on a minute, I need to go and get the pit boy so I've got the light so I can see what's going on a bit better. Grab that pit boy. Just shake the hand out of it. Now, let's get the vault opening animation going on while I go and do some more looting in the background. Let's be damn time efficient about this. Vault door remote access. Yep. Lovely. And do I need to push the button or is it already done? Nope. Button pushing happens automatically. The dramatic music's playing. The big impressive thing is happening. I'm going over here to get some more... Ooh, more ammo. More ammo is very important. Though, admittedly, you need less ammo than you used to, of course, in survival mode, because now things are squishier than they used to be. And as we walk out... Oh, impressive. That's nice, though. That looks lovely. We got the drum was undermined by the fact I just got caught on the step there. Damn it, Grills. And as we return to the surface and the blinding light hits us for a moment, we step forward, bleary-eyed into the sun. And that's the sort of flipping post-apocalypse Grills wanted. Perfect. Now, let's quickly clear out this area, because there's a few bits and pieces in here. Rad-X, useful. 2 stim packs and some purified water. These crates can sometimes give you something good, so they're worth grabbing. Radaway, good. More Radaway. And a comfy pillow. Oh, creature comfort. Rad-X glass bowl tablespoon. Sure, why not? No chance of any enemies yet whatsoever. And here we are in Sanctuary. Ah, beautiful. Perfect. Sanctuary Hills. Back again. Now, I'm just going to avoid Codsworth for a second, because I want to figure out how... Actually, no. Before I do absolutely bloody anything else, this is the new priorities of survival mode, of course. Before we do absolutely anything else, workshop mode. Codsworth has followed me in here. He wants to begin his story thing, but he can't actually speak to me because I'm in the crafting menu at the moment. Okay, so, beds. Beds just became really, really, really bloody important, because beds are now the only way to save. I've got just enough cloth from a few bits and pieces I got out of the vault to actually build a bed, so we'll be building our first bed, because this is the only bloody way I'm allowed to save. I'm guessing as soon as I come out of this mode...
I live and breathe.
That's very odd. Yes, he's now decided he wants to do a speech. It is indeed really me, yes. And sure, get food. I've no idea what you actually go and get me, but I could definitely use the food, thank you. So as long as you sleep for an hour, you're okay. And there you are. You are tired from lack of sleep, unfortunately. So it would appear that potentially I need to do a little bit more sleeping there. But you can see there that an autosave did indeed just happen. So you may notice that something a little bit unusual has happened down in the bottom right there, which is my action points have picked up a little bit of red on the end there, just like my hit points do when you gain radiation. That there is fatigue of some description. Basically, your action points are not allowed to max out if something is wrong in some capacity. And in this case, the thing that's wrong, because there's a little bed symbol there, is I am tired. And as is usual, you can simply go to your Pip-Boy, press RB if you're on a controller, and it'll tell you what's wrong. Not only am I only allowed to have 129 out of 140 on my action point, but my action point refresh speed is down 5% as well. So I'd say let's just sleep for a little bit longer just to get a bit more exhaustion off the old meter, see how long it takes to clear that entirely. And there we are. I feel rested, my fatigue's gone down a little bit, but now I've got a different problem, which is I'm suddenly a bit thirsty. Well, that's not a problem in the slightest. Obviously, I've got all that purified water from filling up bottles, which is now easy to do. Meanwhile, parched is equivalent to intelligence -1. Interesting. Now, as far as I'm aware, you cannot die from starvation, thirst, and exhaustion. Or at least if you can, Bethesda haven't said so yet. We will discover that, I'm sure, in time. Drink some of that purified water, of which we've got loads at the moment. So you are now properly hydrated, and now you'll notice my action points are completely back up to full. Lovely. Now, time to take this gun and see just how bloody bad the bloody bloat flies are going to be. Let's see if I can actually manage to take out a bloat fly. I don't know. I know there's one in there. Alright, there you are. So, kill the insects. Sure, why not? Okay, so I can take him out in... actually, a single hit. Okay, a single hit's actually easier than I would normally have expected. Let him come along. Ah! And now... oh, he does show up on my radar because he's actually a quest objective. And then a single shot takes care of him too. So, yeah, in the old survival difficulty, it would have taken 2 shots to take them out. That's now gone down to 1. But I'm guessing had they hit me, things would have been... yes, potentially much, much worse. And I believe in this house over here, there are a further 3 bloat flies. And then in one of the houses by the entrance, there's like... I think there's like 2... no, there's 1 radroach and another one that crawls out just from like under a car or something. So we've got 1 over there. You're dead. And then you're coming for me, marked as red because you're angry. I'm just going to let actually one of them hit me. I'm going to let one of them hit me once just to see how strong they are. How strong is a single flipping bloat fly on this game? Just kill one, and let the other one... oh, flip. But this is not going to be optional, in fact. Right, so you're dead. Let's see how much damage the other one can do. Oh, flipping heck. Right. Oh, my... whoa! Okay. I just took that much damage from a bloat fly. On the plus side, radiation damage on your health has stopped becoming such a major problem. Because you can see there you're taking so much real damage, the radiation damage barely even matters anymore. Right. Problems. Serious problems. That is just a few hits from a basic bloat fly did that much damage to me. Bloody hell. Oh, this is brutal. This is fantastic. This is just what I wanted. That's craziness. Excellent. Just basic insects will tear you apart. If you get mobbed by like a swarm of 4 bloat flies, that's probably enough to bloody kill you. Well, let's crack open the safes with these bobby pins at least. Let's get as much stuff as we can. We're going to need to be properly armed. Oh, this is amazing. This is just what I wanted. Right, all of the ammo. Oh, of course. Ammo now has weight. So that's 10mm ammo, and that weighs 0.025. You will also have a look down at my carry capacity and suspect that that is much lower than it used to be. Strength does not give you as much carry capacity as it used to. So pocketed, deep pocketed, and indeed the strong back perks and, well, obviously, Lone Wanderer, now ludicrously useful. Because your base carry capacity is just ridiculously low. That's kind of crazy. Right, well, I will take a basic pipe pistol because I would like to have something just in case I need a backup weapon. And obviously, never forget that your special book underneath... well, it's not actually underneath Sean's crib. It's close by to Sean's crib. Your special. I was going to use that to put luck up. But suddenly, having seen how ridiculously tough the enemies are, I desperately want to change tack and put charisma up immediately just so that I can flipping take Lone Wanderer sooner rather than later. But no. Don't do that. Stick to the plan. Luck at 6. Better criticals. Better criticals, very important. Alright? That's got to be the build. That better not be a flipping radiation storm sweeping in on my first flipping day. You better be flipping joking right now. Nope, that's a radiation storm sweeping in on day 1. I don't know if those are more common now. It would make sense if they were. Okay, I've moved all of the crafting benches close together in front of this house, which is convenient. Now, of course, something that's now very, very important, or at least even more important than it used to be. Cooking! Yes, very, very important, because hunger will set in. Obviously, not as often as thirst. That makes sense. The human body does need a lot more water than it needs food, but cooking a lot of stuff, very, very useful. So I've killed all the rad roaches and gathered their meat. So that means I can cook all of this meat and make some delicious things. In fact, oh, did I just see hunger had just set in right then? Or was that just telling me that hunger existed? I'm not sure. I skipped the thing. Yes, indeed. Going without food will make you hungry, negatively affecting your stats. Find food to eat and sate your hunger. Beautiful. Good use of the word sate. We don't get to use sate enough in our day-to-day lives. So you can see there that peckish is giving me endurance -1, whereas that parched is intelligence -1. However, there's something else that's happened here, which is adrenaline. Adrenaline's a new, well, it's a perk actually. So what adrenaline does is 5% bonus damage per adrenaline rank. You gain ranks by killing enemies. It's 1 rank per 5 kills. You lose ranks while sleeping. So in other words, even though you're in a world where everything's flimsy and you're about to die, if you can just kill enough enemies in a row and potentially grinding against rad roaches or ghouls or something that you can safely hard counter, then that might be a good way to get your adrenaline up. But if you sleep, then depending on how long you sleep, you lose some of your adrenaline. I believe it's between 2 and 10 points to spend depending on how long you sleep. Now, obviously, sleeping is the only way that you can save as well. Oh, this game is cruel and brutal. So basically, if you want to maximize your chance of being able to win a fight, you want to go ages without saving. You want to, like, kill 50 enemies in a row without saving and then keep fighting. That's what you need to do. One more thing I want to check. Obviously, you know that we've got the river down this way. Can I refill bottles? Because I picked up, I think it's an empty milk bottle somewhere. Can I refill my bottle from the river? And if I can, is it dirty water? Yes, water. Fill the bottle. I'm guessing I have indeed now converted an empty bottle into dirty water. Beautiful. So I know what you're thinking right now. It's probably, well, John, I know you've got relatively little carry capacity, but surely that's what companions are for. Well, kind of, but companions have just got a lot more fussy too, by the way. Companions have had their carry capacity massively reduced as well, so you can't just use them as pack mules. And now, if you basically go into a fight and your companion goes down on their knees, I think they're still immortal, but if they go onto their knees and you don't use a stim pack on them, i.e. you just wait for the fight to end so they get back up naturally, they'll get annoyed at you, go home and refuse to work with you for a bit. So you can't just use companions for your carry weight instead. They'll need to be taken care of much better using stim packs, and even if you do, they're not going to be able to carry as much stuff as they used to. Thank God those 2 fragmentation grenades are still there at least. It's evening, but before we finish things off today, I think it's time to do one little trip just to get some slightly more powerful weapons in hand. Though before we go, actually, of course, I have picked up a few bits of clothing. Some of them are likely better than the Vault Suit. Ah, yes, indeed. The Army Fatigues, a good bit of gear. The Vault Suit basically gives you nothing but a tiny bit of rad and energy resistance. The Army Fatigues, meanwhile, will at the bare minimum give me an extra strength and an extra bit of agility. So actually, I can use that to verify. Strength is... Oh, so a point of strength is still worth 10. It's just that your base carry capacity is much lower than usual. I think they've lowered it from 150 plus 10 per strength to 100 plus 10 per strength. That seems about right. I've also got... Ooh! I've got a nice red dress. Oh, that's going to be beautiful for getting my charisma up. Lovely. And a bowler hat for endurance. There we go. That's more like it straight away. I love it. So obviously straight over the bridge we have a raider who's got some ammo, some stim packs, beautiful, together with a wild mongrel, together with some wild mongrel meat. Now I'm just going to loop around this way slightly just to get myself ever so slightly better off than I was a minute ago. Those of you who have seen my kind of early weapon guide that I put out earlier tonight will probably know exactly where I'm going right now. Basically, what I want to go and do at this point is I want to go and, yeah, there's only one wild mongrel there. That's all I'm worried. I just need to take out one wild mongrel, who should, in all fairness, be softer and squishier than I'm used to. Actually, let's just get some healing going on here, given I'm actually at half health and setting off in the new survival mode. Terrible idea. There you go. You go down. Don't want to get bitten. Basically, you really want to be killing enemies much faster than they're killing you. Fine. A couple of shots. Maybe if I'd have got a sneak attack critical. I think that wasn't. Oh, maybe the first shot was a sneak attack critical. When you're level 1, everything's terrifying. You notice you do still have the advantage of the brackets up at hidden. Enemies may not even show up on your compass pips anymore, at least until you've got a recon scope. but you do have the advantage that you've still got the brackets that will tell you whether you're kind of close to being detected or not. That, at the bare minimum, is useful. So here we are. Obviously, you know where I am coming here. This machine, crack it open, pull this, and we are now heading up here. Because at the bare minimum, I want at least one gun that's actually bloody good, just in case we run into a spot of difficulty. Oh, yes, that reminds me. I have literally 0 adrenaline right now. Sleeping for a single hour gets rid of 2 adrenaline, which is, I believe, what I read Bethesda saying anyway. It can do between 2 and 10. So you need to kill your way back up to more adrenaline if you need to. So crack this open. Get these, get these, get these. Is there a mole rat nearby? No, there's not. Right. Aluminium can. Precious aluminium. Snub-nosed. 44. Precious empty bottle. Precious empty bottle. Laundered green dress. Even better. Bobby pin box. Pork and beans. Sorry, my good man. I think I need them more than you do right now. And now I just need to go home on foot because fast travel does not exist in survival mode anymore. So I may have a map here, but if I click on this, all I can do is I cannot fast travel to this location. Can't fast travel to any location, but I can place a marker. So I can still use the map and the map markers, but I can't actually do anything else useful whatsoever. So yes, this is no, don't fall in the water. Don't fall in the, no, I said don't. You know, I get the feeling the complete removal of, you know, saving would probably cripple lesser men. Luckily, I've been playing You Only Live Once rules in various Fallout games for years. I'm ready for this. I'm so bloody ready for this. Right, one last thing we need to do today, which is obviously very, very important to potentially get our guns up as good as possible. So I've got very limited supplies right now, but a pipe rifle that I got from that big duffel bag right over the bridge that's right by the statue. That's convenient at least. That I could put a hardened receiver on. A rifle up to 16. That's probably not a bad place to start, to be honest. If only because it will be useful to have a decently powerful weapon that's actually got some good range in it. This has got some decent range in it. So, hardened receiver on a pipe weapon. Let's start there at least. And that, ladies and gentlemen, leaves really only one thing we haven't seen yet. Well, unless, of course, there's all sorts of things Bethesda have left in the game they just didn't tell us about, which is wholly possible. Which is, if we head over here to the chemistry station... So here you'll see various things that we haven't really encountered yet. There are various illnesses and other forms of weakness in this game. So there's a thing to deal with. Yeah, improves your resistance to insomnia and weakness. Improves resistance to infection. Parasites? Bloody hell. So ash blossom, glowing fungus mutated for... Okay, so plants, important to gather potentially. Improves resistance to fatigue and lethargy. This is where things get interesting. You may recall I've said in one of my previous playthroughs, I think it was in No Guns, I mentioned, it's so easy to make stim packs. Why don't people make stim packs? They've locked stim packs behind Chemist 1. Those utter bastards. They've locked stim packs. You can't make stim packs anymore, even if you've got antiseptic and blood. Ooh. And I think they've put the requirement up too. 2 blood packs per stim pack. I swear it used to only be 1. That's harsh. Okay. So Bethesda aren't joking. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Bethesda are not bloody joking around. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, only the very, very beginning. This is going to be basically my main play file from now on. Fallout 4 No Guns will move over to very hard difficulty and will continue. That will actually have... Actually, you know, there'll be a few parts of that over this next kind of couple of weeks. Then that will move on to being our Saturday series. Though you'll have to forgive, in Fallout 4 No Guns, for the next couple of parts I've already recorded, and I recorded them before Survival Mode actually came out. So some of them actually have a bit of speculation about Survival Mode in them, I wasn't expecting it to come out early this week. I was expecting it a little bit later this week. So, this is Grills Bears. This is survival difficulty. They've just made the game bloody insane, and I could not be happier, ladies and gentlemen. More survival mode coming very, very soon. I intend for this series to be twice a week, and will probably go on for a very, very long time. Because if it goes well, Grills Bears will also be the character that ultimately goes on to take on Far Harbor as well. But oh, ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy. This is exactly what I want out of a hardcore mode. It is utterly, utterly brutal and utterly, utterly glorious, and there is much more to come. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Fallout 4's Survival Mode. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Good dodge, man. Question is, can you keep it up, cop? Oh, no, you can't. Ooh, nice. Oh! Didn't quite get that one, though. We are going to the gun store in style. Oh, where's my partner? Oh, he's not here. Oh, so long, loser.